What is up? Welcome to Post Concert High, the podcast where the show doesn't end. Follow along as we chat about all things concerts, bands, and venues in the CLE. Do you have your ticket ready? Because the show is about to begin.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yep. What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know. This week was weird week for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, it took forever.
Yeah, this week was very strange. I took Monday and Tuesday off, and then Wednesday when I went in, and then 2 hours later, I'm like, oh, it's been a week.
You only worked 2
hours. 2 hours. I was like, I'm about ready for this week to be over.
I'm over this week already.
It was a week, yeah. Did you have anything fun happen this week or not really?
No, I mean, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Got
Nothing
the curtains
interesting.
hung up. That was the most exciting thing.
It looks so good though. You guys will have to see this once we get our YouTube stuff going.
Yeah, we're making progress little by little. But before you know it, you'll be able to see our awkward faces.
Yes, it'll be great. I have a cute dog laying on my foot right now, and it's so cute.
Oh,
She's so sweet.
she's actually laying on your foot.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's so sweet. Oh, doggy. Anyway, this week's episode is about our state champs show. Woo!
this show was so fun.
Danielle, you love state champs, right?
I love state champs.
Yeah.
They're one of my favorites.
They were
I
great.
listen to them every day.
Every day.
Every day.
I love that.
Well, every day I'm at work, I listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show. It was a very long show. Too long,
It was,
to be honest.
It was too long, and it was a Sunday night.
Yeah, that was rough.
So it started early. I think this was a 7:00 show.
Yeah, which it could have started at 5, and I would have been okay with that.
Yeah. Especially with the amount of people they had.
So they had 4 total bands, including themselves. I feel like that's a little excessive.
If you're one of those people that likes to hear more artists,
True.
then this was a show for you.
This was a show for you, yeah.
But for me and you, I think we both like just one headliner and one opener.
Yes.
And each one of these bands did not have a short set.
Oh, no. They
No.
were at least a half hour each.
Yeah.
I would say 45 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. Especially Knuckle Puck. They were
long.
They were longer.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was that long between each band that they took to take down and set up and everything. I don't feel like it. Bless you. Bless you.
Excuse me. Oh, God. I hope I'm not getting sick.
No.
Be sick constantly.
We don't need any more sickness.
No.
No more
man.
sickness.
Anyway, no, I don't think it was very long that we waited for the next band to come on the stage.
Yeah. It
was just a long set.
It was a long
Each one had a
time.
long set.
Yeah. I feel like if we would have had seats upstairs, because this was at the Agora, so we were downstairs standing. I feel like if we had seats for this show, it wouldn't have felt so long.
Yeah.
But we were literally standing for 5 hours.
We're just old now, Danielle.
I know. I put my Vans on the other day, and my Vans I love my Chucks, okay? I wear my Chucks religiously, but I like to wear my Vans to concerts because they're more cushiony inside.
Yeah.
And I put them on the other day, and I'm like, these feel like my Chucks. I'm like, I think I need a new pair of Vans for just
You've worn through
concerts. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. So they were there with Knuckle Puck, Meet Me at the Altar, and then Daisy Grenade. And this was at the Agora. Daisy Grenade was first. What is their kind of vibe?
I would call them alternative pop punk.
Yeah, I would agree.
And they're a duo.
Yeah.
But they call themselves a power punk bubble grunge band that serves a bitter punch with a lip glossed kiss on the side.
Love it.
Uh,
Love it.
It's very detailed.
It's very detailed. At least they know what they are, though.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, they're very unique, and I love that it's two, they have two vocalists.
Yes. It's very different than
Yeah.
like what you're normally used to.
I feel like it adds more dimension and like layers to their music because they both have their voices go well together, but they have
They're
two very
unique.
distinct,
Yeah.
unique voices.
Agreed. And I like that they both sang lead
Mhm.
and harmonies.
Yeah.
Like they would switch back and forth, which I thought was
Yeah.
not normal, like for a
No.
normal band. But I thought it made them unique and different, and it definitely stuck in my brain after we saw them.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those things that was memorable.
Yeah, because most duos you think of like country duos.
True. Like
It's like
Brooks and
one,
Dunn.
yeah.
But
Or
they both sing.
they
lead.
do, but like Florida Georgia Line, it was
Mostly the
always
one guy.
like one, and then like the other person's just there singing. Like you don't get to hear his
Right.
voice by itself very much.
Yeah. And then to add it as being a female duo, I think it makes it even more rare.
Yeah.
Because like there's not a lot of
No.
there's what was that one group? The girls from like the 2000s. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know that girl group? It was like Disney or something.
Hold on, because I have like a 90s pop playlist on my phone.
It's like something and something.
Something and something that clears it up. I don't know who you're talking about though.
Hold on, I'm gonna figure it out right now. Girl duo. Oh,
Our
I don't
audience
know.
probably already knows, and they're probably screaming
Yeah, they're
at
like,
us.
what the heck? Oh, there was Salt and Peppa, but that's not who I was talking about. What the heck? Who was
Are you
it?
talking
It was
like
like
TLC.
no, it was like a girl group from like they were blonde. They were two girls from like Disney Channel.
Do they still make?
No,
No.
they went.
I was gonna say, are you thinking like Maddie and Tay? But they're not from when we were younger.
I don't think I'm thinking them. I don't know. It's fine. Just if you
Okay.
guys know, you'll just let us know because I suck. Okay. But yeah, so they are from New York. That's kind of cool.
New York, New York.
New York. I'm just gonna start singing the New York.
Yeah.
Start spreading the news.
It's not an episode without
I'm
Kelsey singing.
leaving today. I wanna. Okay. Anyway, be a part of it. So yeah, they're from New York, and they were formed in 2021, which is kind of that's kind of recent. So they formed during COVID, so that's interesting.
That was probably hard.
Yeah, it was a time.
Well, maybe not getting their music out there because people were at home, and so they were probably on the internet
Streaming
more.
a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
So they're currently signed to DC-D2 Records, which is owned by Patrick Stump and Pete Wentz of Fall Out Boy.
That's so cool. How cool is that?
Right? Like, can you imagine them producing your music?
I would be all about that.
Right? Yeah.
So
So
that's
it's Danny
legit.
and Keaton both on vocals. I couldn't find any other information on the other band members. But some of their most popular songs include How to Hide a Body, Riot, Are You Scared of Me Yet, Got It Bad, and Guts.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's kind of dark.
They they go
They were
there.
deep, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They have 2 EPs, Sophomore Slump that came out in 2022 and the Cult Classic that came out in 2023.
Now, I will say that no, you were saying earlier that you like when they came out on stage you were kind of anxious.
No, not with
Oh,
them.
not them.
Not them.
Oh, okay, never
The
mind.
next
Disregard.
The next one. No,
Anyway.
they owned that stage.
Yeah, they did. They were good. There was a lot of like energy up there, and they kept it going.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
And they wore like matching clothes, but they were like opposite in color.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were super fun. I really did enjoy their performance. So they're like not only storytellers, but they also like God, both of them sing so well and they're so different.
They do, yeah. But it still goes together
It does.
really nicely.
Yes. It's like one of those like they both have very strong voices. You know how there's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So in this quote that was from their website, I believe, it says that they use femininity as a weapon. I can't talk. With a bit of sugar to help the medicine go down, they bring you through the pain of being a girl today, which is quite frankly a grotesque, nightmarish, and dark experience. Amen.
That's very dark.
It's very
It's
dark,
very
but at the
dark.
same time, you're like,
I can resonate with that
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah.
a little bit. Then you get older and it just keeps going downhill, and you're like, all right, this was fun.
But they definitely use that in their music.
They
You
sure
hear
do,
it.
yes.
Like How to Hide a Body
Yeah.
and Guts. I mean,
Yes.
it's straight to the point.
Yeah, and it's heavy and it's like
Yeah.
some good stuff.
But it's fun at the same time.
Yeah,
like
it
it's
is.
poppy at the same time.
Yes.
It's almost like their music is like an oxymoron itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it so different and fun,
Yeah.
I think.
Plus they have a theater background.
Yes.
So
I think that helps a lot with a
Ye-
lot of things.
yeah, like the storytelling and
Yeah, and just being on stage just in general. If you are, in a play or something in high school, you're going to get used to being on stage.
yeah.
So it's going to be a little easier for you to be in a band.
Yeah.
I feel. I don't know. I could be wrong.
And this was like it wasn't like a small show.
No.
I mean, it's at the Agora, so you're talking thousands of people.
Yes.
So, but yeah, Pete Wentz, which I guess
Emo prince of our generation.
he really is. He really
For
is.
real. Yeah.
He's been their mentor, and he was the executive producer on their first 2 EPs.
How freaking cool is that, though?
Right?
I would love that.
To be able to pick his brain and have his thoughts on your music.
On your
I mean,
music. Even just to like show someone that big your stuff, like how awesome is that? And
Yeah.
then to get like feedback on it.
yeah,
I don't know. I found that really cool.
yeah. And it was cool because they did their set, and then later, both the girls came out and sang with Derek too.
Yes, I thought that was really classy of them to bring them out.
Yeah, and they actually sounded so that song that they sang is a duo that Derek sings. I don't remember who it is that he sings that song with, but it's a duo, and it sounds pretty similar to the original. But I have that video on my Instagram page.
We'll post it.
Yeah.
We'll post something.
But
yeah.
Yeah, that was Daisy Grenade. They were super fun.
Yeah, I really like them. I will say, even though there were 4 bands and that was a lot for us, like they were all pretty good. Like they were all on a higher level, and like they performed really well. Like
yeah.
I wasn't bored in any of them.
No.
So like even though it was a long show, like it was a good quality show.
Yeah, it was. We definitely got our money worth. I mean, in reality, they could have charged more for those tickets because you were seeing
there were so many, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. No, I thought it was 100% worth the money. Never complaining about like the amount of music is at a show. It's just it was a lot for a Sunday night.
Right.
Like if it were like a Saturday night,
yeah,
and it started an hour earlier, I'd be like, yeah, let's go. I could stay up till 11.
I mean, it's a good thing that they started at 7 because if they would have started like at 9, that show would have gone till like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Which we got out of there pretty late though.
We did, and we didn't even stay for the encore.
Yeah.
And I were both like,
what did we leave at like 11?
I think it was like it was around 11.
And that was before the encore. So they probably didn't get out until 11:30.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And they played so much music before
they played a lot.
I'm like, what else do you have that you haven't played?
Good for them though.
Right.
Like that's I think it's really cool when an artist can perform for a long time.
Yeah.
And like the audience still being like involved in it and not getting bored.
Right.
Because, like, I only know, like, a certain amount of artists that can do that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I know Michael Jackson would do really long concerts. Totally worth it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Prince, I'm sure, would do long ones.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift has her 3-hour concert.
Yeah.
Which I've heard is excellent.
But, I mean, for that much money, you would hope that it's that long and not, like,
Amen. True.
an hour show. And
True. I've heard that it was worth $1,000. Did I look at those tickets? Yes.
Yeah.
Did I look at flying to Chicago? Yes.
You looked at flying to other countries.
I looked at going to, Germany, Italy. I forgot about that. That's true. I would have gone.
Actually, a lot of people did that, though. Like, they were...
Actually, it was cheaper in other countries.
Well, and some people were, like, already on vacation.
Yes.
And they were like, oh, she's going to be here. Let's go.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, fun fact, I did look at going to Taylor Swift concerts at, like, in other countries. So, like, Canada, I looked at Germany, Italy. I looked at all these things. But the funny thing was the tickets itself was like a third or a fourth of the price of what you would pay going to like Chicago.
That's so weird.
Right? So like you could literally buy a ticket, spend like a week in Italy.
Yeah. And it'd be like the same.
And it'd be like, not that much more than what it would be to like go to Chicago.
And then you get a vacation too.
Right. But so like it's really interesting. If you actually do your shopping for tickets to big shows, you can just get a whole trip to Germany along with your concert for cheaper.
Maybe that's why we just go to
small
shows.
Also, who likes the traffic and all the amounts of people that are at the big shows? I really personally don't like that.
No. And the Agora, the Agora is a bigger venue, but there's still nothing around there that's open that time of day.
So it's not like the whole place, like the whole like strip and stuff is not popping.
Yeah.
Like you walk out and you're just walking your car.
And there's no traffic.
Yeah.
Except for people leaving the venue. So.
And it's really not that bad compared to like Blossom.
Yeah.
F that. I realized I don't really like Blossom. I liked it when I went to see like the Cleveland Orchestra.
Yeah.
Because it's just a different crowd.
Yeah.
And it's much smaller.
Yeah.
Than like the country concerts that I've been to.
Yeah.
But like I feel like I enjoyed it more when I was younger and I, would drink and hang out and like not care about things. But now I'm like anxiety.
Yeah.
Because there's all these drunk people around you and you're like, I have to leave and like drive with all these drunk people. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's something.
I feel like we're totally off topic here.
It's fine. This is non-ADHD medicine day, along with two Alani news.
Slipping something in your drink as soon as you get here.
Right. It's fine. We're just talk about everything.
I feel like a lot of country artists automatically go to Blossom too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's like there's other venues. You don't have to go to Blossom.
Now, I like the whole like summer concert series. Like I like being outside and I like the vibe, but it's just when you have that many people, it's like there's bound for something to happen and it's like,
right.
Do I want to deal with it?
Right. Yeah. And then you got to drive like an hour to get there, 45 minutes, an hour to get there.
And then by the end, you're like walking out with all like it's
too
many drunk people for me. They're like, here we go, bro. It's like June, and they're like, here we go, brownies. I'm like, okay. I don't know what's happening, but sure, it's fun. It's fun. It's a good experience. I'm not bashing Blossom. It's a beautiful venue, and it's actually I don't know if it's like owned by the Cleveland Orchestra, but it's like the Cleveland Orchestra does something because that's like their home venue for the summertime or whatever.
Yeah. I definitely want to. I've heard the orchestra is amazing there, so I would love to.
So
one.
Yes, you should. Yes,
we'll do that this
Cynthia
summer.
Erivo.
Yeah,
it's a wizard one.
It's on our list.
It is. We need to go.
I still haven't seen that movie, but anyways,
we're gonna watch that.
Anyways, back to the show. Before we get started on the movie train.
All right. Next was Meet Me at the Altar. We're there, right? I think.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the band that,
Oh, this is what we were talking about earlier.
yeah.
So, what were you saying about them?
So they came out.
Oh, there were only 3 of them.
There's 3 of them, and the Agora stage is pretty big.
Yeah.
And they were kind of like off to the side because they still,
Yes.
they had other band
Stuff set up.
equipment
Yeah.
set up and covered. So it just looked like there wasn't, the stage kind of looked empty.
Yeah, like they were like very small compared
Yeah.
to the others and like not taking up a lot of space and
Yeah. So
using the whole stage.
when they came out, it was me. It was nothing they did, but like I felt nervous
For them.
for them. I was like, they're not really taking up that much room on stage. Are people going to engage? Like I was worried the crowd was just gonna,
Not be as involved.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I wasn't nervous for them. I was like nervous for like, I thought the crowd was just gonna shut down. I don't know. It's totally me
No,
thinking this
I
way.
can see it. Now, was this a concert like where they were like on the floor like singing and stuff? Am I just making this up? There was a really like engaged band at one of the shows and he was like laying on the floor singing.
I know at the Newfound Glory concert, Jordan fell down, but Deanna was singing at the time. I don't remember of any other time that they got on the floor.
Maybe I just made that up.
Maybe you did. We're gonna go with that because I don't remember anybody on the floor singing.
So Meet Me at the Altar is an alternative pop punk band. They play energetic, pop savvy, high energy rock music that's fun while carrying a fiercely empowering message. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Also specific.
very specific, which I like. When
I
they're
actually
specific.
really like that also.
Yeah.
They're from Florida and they formed in 2015. So they've been around for 10 years almost, or whenever they were.
Yeah.
Huh.
So Tia and Ada formed the band after meeting through YouTube, and then they held online auditions for a vocalist, and that's when they settled on, well, not settled, but that's when they chose Edith.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
And they were actually signed by Fueled by Ramen in 2020.
Isn't that
That's an interesting name for a.
for a
Do they
record
have
label?
other people that we would know on there?
I
Let's look.
don't know.
Fueled by Ramen. It's an American record label owned by Warner Music Group, so that's pretty big. It was founded in Gainesville, Florida in 1996 and is now based in New York City.
That's weird because their website says
Maybe it's a different thing.
Daisy Grenade too,
Oh,
but maybe it's previously. Water Parks was signed with them at one point, and so was Jimmy Eat World.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
A Day to Remember was at one point.
Yeah, that's what it says under current.
Yeah, it does. All Time Low? I thought All Time Low was Fall Out Boy. Oh, maybe like this is all connected.
Maybe.
Like with the DN or DC.
Yeah, it might be.
Oh, see, it says Daisy Grenade under alumni now in this one.
Okay, that makes more sense. I'm on a different website.
Gym Class Heroes used to be signed with them. I'm on Wikipedia, so who knows if this is
Oh.
actually accurate.
Yeah, I was on a.
Sublime with Rome. Yellow Card.
Yeah, now they're not on that list, so.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So maybe they're affiliated somehow.
It's representing DIY values, integrity, and family from day one. The label evolved from a dorm room creative hub into a trusted voice in punk, rock, and pop. It's under the Elektra Music Group umbrella. In 2018, has released seminal albums from alumni such as Gym Class Heroes, Jimmy Eat World, Yellow Card, Less Than Jake, and more.
Okay. So maybe they're under that distributor umbrella.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming up on 30 years that this has been
Wow.
around. Cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have a couple popular songs. They did a cover of You Got a Friend in Me from uh a whole new sound Disney album.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Newfound Glory was on the album too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when they did the Frozen one? Oh, maybe not. What was the Frozen one on? Was it on like Disney Goes Punk or something?
I don't know. Apparently, I'm not well prepared today.
It's okay. It was all good. I keep asking a bunch of random questions, so.
Oh, they did Part of Your World by Part of Your World.
From a Little
Yes.
Mermaid. But then they did that Let It Go, right?
They did. I'm trying to look.
Snow glows white on the mountain tonight.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
like-
it was. Like the whole room was like
A mosh pit.
for a Disney song. I loved it.
Like,
I was like, this is right. This seems totally good.
and you know, a lot of those people probably have kids that
Oh yeah.
were like obsessed with Frozen. So,
Right. Have you seen Frozen 2?
yes.
Yeah, no. F that.
You haven't seen it? Or you
No, I
don't like
have.
it?
I have. The moment, what's his name? Olaf started singing Some Things Never Change. I was like, oh, there's gonna be a big ass thing going on here.
Oh.
And then when the sister died, I was like sobbing. It was like right after my aunt passed, and she thought her sister died.
that wasn't the first one.
No, it's the second one. So she thought Elsa died. Anna.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then she sings that song, and I'm like, this is so sad. Just like sobbing. And I watched it once, and that was the only time I watched it.
Oh my goodness.
So sad. Anyway, we're off topic again.
So Let It Go was from their album From the Screen to Your Stereo 3.
Oh, okay. So did they do, how many did they do? And we're talking about who now?
Newfound Glory.
Newfound Glory, not who we're talking about in
Yeah.
this.
So on that album it's Cups, This Is Me,
Oh
The Power of Love,
yeah.
Let It Go, Accidentally in Love, 1,000 Years, and Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, I love that. I need to get that album.
But yeah, meet me at the altar.
Back to that. Take Me Away. They did a cover of from Freaky Friday, which they're coming out with a new Freakier Friday,
Yeah.
which both of them look very old. It's the same people in it.
Do they look old or just a lot older than they did in the first one?
Probably both. I think it's just because, like, how long ago was that? I felt like that was not that long
time
ago.
No, we were like in high school.
Ugh.
So you're talking more than 20 years ago. So probably
Oh my
aged in
gosh.
20 years.
Yeah. Yes. So anyway, we're off again. The next song they have is Say It to My Face. Cool with a K. And Garden. And then, was it Tia? Tia Campbell and Ada formed the band after meeting through YouTube, which is kind of interesting. And like we said, Danielle said that they held online auditions, and that's how they met Edith. I don't know. They performed at several large venues, including Lollapalooza and TwitchCon, and they opened for Green Day.
Can you imagine opening for Green
How
Day?
awesome is
Oh
that?
my goodness.
That's so cool.
Right?
And that was in 22. So that's, I mean, pretty recent.
Yeah. So, and the name of their band refers to a text conversation between Campbell's and Juarez. As it was said in Billboards, the name stems from a text message Juarez sent to Campbell's in a bonding moment. I was like, marry me, says Campbell, and she types, meet me at the altar.
Ah, that's cute. I love
Yeah.
that. That's so cool.
So they originally are from all different states. So when they first started making music, they were all remote. So they did everything through the internet, which had to be really.
That's interesting. So they just like would all record their parts and then like someone would put them all together.
Probably. So, and then in January of 2023, they made their television debut on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
That's a big thing too. I feel like when you're on one of those late night shows, it's a lot of
Yeah.
what you call it?
But so I was worried about them when they first came out. That
They did well.
They did very well. She's very good at engaging and like bringing
Yes.
the momentum up and keeping it going. And they did that like mosh, um, where they pulled lyrics from other artists.
Yeah, they did like a
songs.
mashup of
Yeah.
like a bunch of different like 2000s punk songs, were they?
Yeah.
Or was it just a bunch of random songs?
No, I think it was all pretty much them. It was like I think she said it was like bands that had inspired them.
Oh yeah, I thought that was
Yeah.
really cool.
So like Newfound Glory, Jimmy World, Fall Out Boy. I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember.
There were
of the
some
other ones.
good songs in there.
Yeah. It was a nice like way for them to like pay tribute a little bit to.
Yes, to like all the ones that kind of paved the way for them.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That is cool. All right, so that was band number 2 out of 4. Number 3.
Halfway there.
Yeah, number 3 was Knuckle Puck.
Knuckle Puck. They've been around a long time.
Oh,
they
yeah.
formed in 2010.
Out of Chicago.
Yeah. So they're alternative pop punk band. I mean, they're like
Yes.
straight pop punk.
Like throwback feels.
Yeah. They signed to Pure Noise Records in 2022.
I'm going to look them up now.
So you got Joe on lead vocals, Kevin on lead guitar, John on drums, Nick on rhythm guitar and backup vocal, co-lead vocals, and then Ryan on bass and backup vocals.
Yeah, and a couple of their popular songs they have are Untitled, Chocolate, Want Me Around, No Good, and Double Helix. The band got their name from a Stick to Your Guns t-shirt that said Knuckle Puck Crew. Interesting.
Yeah.
Random. I want to know where they saw this t-shirt.
Well, Knuckle Puck is also the move from the Mighty Ducks.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. They were included on Alternative Press's 12 Bands You Need to Know. AP editors pick their favorite 100 bands list in 2014. Do you have this? Do you have this one?
No.
Oh, sad. I figured I'd ask since you
No, I have
quite a few.
2004 to 2007.
Oh, this was much
AP.
later.
Yeah, this was 10 years later.
It probably wasn't as good anyway during that time. I'm just kidding.
I don't know what they looked like. They don't look the same
They don't
now
look
as
the
they
same.
did before.
Right. Yeah, no, they were definitely a different vibe in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
But yeah, the band was also included on Adobe's Artists to Watch in 2014 list. That's cool.
Yeah.
And they were nominated for the Best Underground Band in 2015 Alternative Press Music Awards and nominated for Album of the Year and Best Breakthrough Band in 2016 for Alternative Press Music Awards.
Yeah.
Nice. So they have quite a few things under their belt. But they were good.
They were good. I like some of their songs. I'd heard a little bit of their music before we went. So I had a general, feel for
Right.
their type of music. They're definitely punk, alternative punk.
Yes, yeah. So I am on Pure Noise Records right now, and I'm trying to see if I notice anyone. Carpool Tunnel, Chamber, The Chisel, Drug Church.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at some of their merch.
Of Knuckle Puck?
Yeah.
What is it?
So the first shirt that pops up, it's called Eat Shit Long Sleeve. It says, if you don't like Knuckle Puck, dial 1-800-EAT-SHIT.
Oh, I love that. I need to get that. Oh, it's so great. Oh, Hawthorne Heights is signed with them.
See it?
Oh, perfect. Oh, I love
I
it.
mean, that's what kind like that's the vibe you get from them is like take it or leave it. If
Yeah,
you don't
this
like
is
us, we
then
don't give
don't
a shit.
yeah, then don't listen. Oh man. Yeah, they have a lot of artists. Oh, so there's a band called Senses Fail.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
I have not.
Even I'm pretty sure they're in one of those editions of AP I have sitting over there.
Hmm. Hmm.
They have a duck hoodie. It's a what is that? A duck with a stereo?
Maybe they are tying into like
The
the
Mighty Ducks a little.
yeah. I don't know, who knows. Um
Does he
Also
have a
fun fact, state champs are also signed with Pure Noise.
is that a joint in his mouth?
Probably. Yeah, it looks like it. He just chilling.
He's chilling with sunglasses on and a boombox on his shoulder and a chain.
A chain that says KP for Knuckle Puck. That's nice. I like that. I would wear that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I would wear it if it wasn't $800.
It's not it's 50.
It's 50?
50.
A regular t-shirt?
No, it's a sweatshirt.
Oh, okay, that's not as bad. Oh man.
Yeah, they have some very interesting merch. I like it.
Yeah. That's cool. I like different stuff. Okay, so I say the biggest band that they have here is Hawthorne Heights.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're signed with this group. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were good. I enjoyed their portion. Another longer set. But a lot
Yeah.
of music by a lot of different bands, it was really good to hear. Just a bunch of different stuff that we don't normally hear.
Yeah.
And then we had our headliner and Danielle's favorite state champs.
State
I'll let you
champs.
take the lead on this because I know you
So
love them.
I do love them. Um, they're an alternative pop punk band from Albany, New York. They formed in 2010, so they've been around a while
Wild
as well.
too. Yeah.
They're signed to Pure Noise Records. You have Derek on lead vocals, and his voice is like it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's
His
good.
voice,
Yeah.
like it's got that punkness to it, but he could probably really sing
Yes.
anything.
Yeah, for sure.
So he's on vocals, and then you have Tyler on lead guitar and backup vocals, Ryan on bass and backup vocals, and then Evan on drums. Some of their most popular songs include Secrets, Dead and Gone, Stitches, which is a cover, Elevated, All You Are Is History, and Criminals.
What's your favorite song by State Champs?
I don't think I could pick one song. I will
Top three. I'm making Danielle work today.
Okay, it's going to be off their new album. So they released an album right before this show. I feel
Yes.
like
Yeah.
I feel like artists do that a lot.
They
though.
do before they go on tour or
Yeah.
something.
So I've said this before. I listened to their self-titled album that
Mhm.
just came out last year every single day. And it's one of those albums you can listen to the whole
Yeah.
album and it's
That's
like every
great.
song is good.
Yeah.
So I would probably say my tops are on that album. I love the first song, The Constant.
Mhm.
That one's really good. Light Blue is really good and it's a really popular song. I wouldn't say it's one of my top 3 of theirs. So if I have to pick 3, I would say, and this isn't in a particular order, I would say The Constant, Hell of It, and Save Face Story is my top 3.
Solid. Anyway, yeah, I liked their show. They played a lot of music.
A lot of
A lot.
music.
Yeah, a lot of music.
But it was really fun. And I like how he had, like, it's not a bench, but like almost the whole front of the stage had that like step.
Oh yeah, and
So
he
he
like
could
would
stand
step
up
on
there.
it.
Yeah. They had like the air like the
Oh, and then they had like the like where it like blew like confetti up. Was that what you're talking about?
yeah, it wasn't confetti though. It was like
Is this the one they did
air.
go confetti at the end?
The
No, that
confetti
was
was
Newfound
Newfound
Love.
Glory,
Yeah,
and
that
they did
was.
that like two or three songs in. It
Oh,
wasn't even
true.
at the
It
end.
wasn't.
It was crazy. I'm like, wait a
So they
second.
had like it was like the fog stuff,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Like it
it
like
was
blew
like
fog.
air, but it was yeah, you could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like that he was up and he was higher.
Yes.
Not that the stage at the Agora is
Mhm.
short, but
Gave him more options of what he can do up there.
yeah, I felt like he was able to engage more
Yeah.
with the
Agreed.
crowd.
Agreed.
So yeah, they uh Around the World and Back was ranked at a number 4 in Alternative Press's 10 Essential Records of 2015 list. The album was included at number 8 on Rock Sound's top 50 releases of 2015 lists.
Yeah.
Secrets was
Laminated.
laminated.
Laminated. That's a
Uh,
new word.
Secrets was nominated for Song of the Year at the 2016 Alternative Press Music Awards.
Nice.
And they won Best Breakthrough Band at the 2016 Alternative Press Music Awards. Losing Myself won the award for Best Music Video at the 2017 Alternative Press Music Awards. I didn't even know they had like a music awards.
Yeah.
So we might have to look into that and see
We
what that's
should.
about if
Yeah.
they still do it. So they actually are on tour right now as well, but they're overseas.
That's cool.
And then they will be back in the US. They'll be at Vans Warp Tour in Long Beach.
We should go to Warp Tour.
I think it's all sold out.
Sad. We're too late. Darn it.
Too late. Too late.
Second thing we've been too late for this year.
Yes.
Sad day.
Waitlisted for a local show. Oh.
Oh, how dare. It's in November. Let's see. In Orlando.
They'll be at that one as well. And they're going to be at Emo's Not Dead cruise next year.
We need to go to that.
I
would go to that.
It's in January. I'd have to like save my vacation.
How long is it? I've always
It's
wanted to
from
go to
the
that.
22nd to the 26th, right before my birthday.
See, it could be like a birthday present to yourself.
A birthday cruise
Yes.
in Florida. I don't know where it's going to. Yeah, and then they're also going to be at the Aftershock Festival in Sacramento. So they'll be at some festivals this summer. Emo's Not Dead cruise.
Under Oath, Story of the Year, Senses Fail, The Used, Mom Jeans, We the Kings, State Champs, Daisy Grenade.
Mm-hmm.
We need to go. And it has, what's his name? The guy, the Emo's Not Dead guy. He's like my favorite. Have you ever seen those videos?
Probably.
You had to. You have
Yeah.
to. It's so funny. So if you guys ever need a funny video to watch, just go, especially if you were like emo back in the day. It's Emo's Not Dead, and like he does like a bunch of different videos of like him breaking out into random emo songs. But yeah.
Oh, this goes to Mexico.
See, you're gonna have to get your
Goes to Costa Maya, Mexico.
You'll have to get your thingy.
I don't want to sound like a downer, but I get motion sickness real easy.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I totally
So
get
that's
it.
the only thing I would be worried about.
Does that like medicine work for you? Or
Mm,
not really? Do you know what I'm talking about?
sometimes it doesn't. Yeah.
Like Dramamine or whatever.
Yeah, because I'll take it before Cedar Point.
I can't do the flippy roller coasters.
Like the Raptor.
Mm-mm.
No. Yeah, no.
It hurts my head. I get a headache and then I feel sick.
But if you're going to Warp Tour in
Yes.
Long Beach or Orlando,
the Emo's Not Dead.
Yes.
God, I want to go to that.
Oh, they'll be at Washington, D.C.'s Warp Tour too. And they'll be that's in Mexico. But yeah, you can
go to Mexico too. I approve.
Or they'll be in Japan next month.
Or go to Japan. Also approve.
Indonesia, Perth, Australia.
Cool.
Australia.
Ooh. What? Anyone wants to go to Australia? Let's go. That sounds like a fun trip. Far trip, but sounds fun. Oh, but have you seen what they have at Australia? In Australia?
Besides,
Ginormous spiders?
yeah,
Ugh.
no thanks.
Yeah, that I'll pass. Or like
If they were like
scorpions.
giant kangaroos or something, or
Sure.
giant koalas,
Sure.
sure.
Those things are like huge though.
Yeah,
Ugh.
no thanks. I'm good on that.
Could you just imagine waking up and it's just sitting on your chest? Just like
I'd probably have a heart attack and die. I'd be like, this is it. This is how I
this is
go.
so fun. Crazy.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no thanks.
They were so much fun though.
They were really fun, yeah. Long show, but so worth it. Like a lot of really good music.
A lot of really good music. A lot of their music from their new album.
If it wasn't so late, we probably would have stayed for
The encore.
the encore.
Yeah, but it was just
It was just a long show.
my like
We're
yeah.
old. We can't stand that long.
My feet were hurting.
It's one thing if you're like
sitting.
walking around, but like if you're
Right.
standing, it's like
Standing in the same spot for 5 hours.
Yeah.
You're just like,
I know my back usually gets uncomfortable and like
yeah,
even if I have good shoes on, I'm like,
yeah. Oh, I wore my Chucks to one show that we went to, and I will never do that again.
yeah, probably a good call.
What show was that?
Oh, I remember. Was it at the Agora?
I think it was this Bailey Spin.
Oh
show
yeah.
at Mahal.
And we weren't even there that
No,
long.
but my feet were hurting.
Yeah, that was yeah. Yeah, Chucks have nothing.
No,
They're just like a hard piece of wood.
essentially.
Like there's no support there.
No.
Like I love them, but
I love them too. I have multiple pairs.
did we talk about this? Were you a Chucks or a Van person?
When I was younger, I was a Chuck.
Yeah.
I was a Chuck.
Now you're a Vans person.
No.
No?
I'm both.
You're both.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a rarity to be a both person.
I like both of them.
That's good.
Yeah.
I feel like I
But-
would like Vans, but I feel like I was always a Chuck person.
Yeah. I really like that they have mid top now
For the Chucks,
for the Chucks. So it's in
Mhm.
between
like the high and the low.
the high and the low.
That's
It's like,
nice.
It's a nice height, but it doesn't feel like it's like strangling your ankle.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. They're finally starting to get like more.
They also
Colors and
do
stuff.
like compilations with like different like businesses and stuff. They had like a Disney line.
Yeah, they came out with Coraline ones and I almost bought them, but they were like over $100.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
It's so funny because I put off like I'll put off like going to like the doctors and stuff just because I'm like I can't. I just the money. And then I'll go and buy like $100 Lego set
Right.
and like be like this is worth it though. Like my
Yeah.
health is fine.
Your health isn't important.
This makes my mental health good. It's fine. But like yeah, no, like sometimes like you gotta just be like, all right, so am I spending the money for these shoes or am I not?
Right.
I don't know. Do your Chucks go like, how long do they last? A long time?
I try to keep them pretty clean
Yeah.
for the most part.
Do you wash your shoes?
No. I feel like once you wash them, they're like
Yeah.
ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I washed
So
all my shoes.
I hand-
They're ruined. Do
I hand clean mine.
you have like a shoe cleaner?
No, I normally just use a magic eraser.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, anything else about State Champs? I really enjoyed their show.
No, just
They're just good.
their music is really easy to listen to. It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely more of a poppy punk.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't realize that they had been around for so long. Apparently, I was just out of the loop for many
Yeah,
years.
I didn't know. Unless they didn't really get big until like 16 or 17. Because it
Yeah.
sounds like they didn't start getting like awards until
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
So that would be like 9 or 8 years. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but they put on a good show. Hopefully their next tour. They don't have so many openers, but that may be how they like to do their shows.
I was gonna say it sounds like they do all like the big like music festivals, which is multiple artists.
Yeah.
So like maybe that's kind of what they like.
Yeah. Well, I will say if you wanted more, like they were all punk bands in some
They were
capacity.
good. Like it wasn't like it was just we're just old and it was long. I don't know. Like
But they all were like they all fit together, but they were all very distinct,
yes,
unique bands.
agreed.
So if you wanted to experience
Yes,
more of a variety, then it was
it would be a good show to
yeah.
go to.
Yeah, it was long.
Just
A long show. Definitely worth the money. They probably could have charged more for
yes,
the amount of artists.
but I'm not complaining.
No.
It was a good price for the amount of artists you're seeing.
Yeah.
All right, so while we're talking about state champs, how many microphones? Well, let's start with would you see them again?
Daisy Grenade?
Yeah, let's start with Daisy Grenade.
Yes, and we might see them.
If we go on the Emo's Not Dead tour.
Or they're
Or-
gonna be here in June with Honey Revenge.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So
So we'll probably see them again. So you might hear about them a little more.
Yeah.
How about
Unless
maybe-
that show sells out before we get a chance to buy tickets, because apparently the Roxy sells out really fast.
Apparently, which we are not aware of. Now we are.
Yes.
So we're gonna have to start buying tickets early.
Yes.
Oh man.
Would you see them again?
I would see them again. I like them. I like their vibe.
Yeah.
They were really good. How about Meet Me at the Altar?
Yeah, I'd see them again. They surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you?
Agreed. Yeah. I
Yeah.
would see them. I think both Knuckle Puck and Meet Me at the Altar, I feel like because it was such a long show, because I am really bad at focusing, like they're not as memorable to me as Daisy Grenade and
Mhm.
State Champs.
Yeah.
So yes, I would see them again just to give them another chance.
Yeah. It was almost like, okay, we're starting the show. It's
Yeah.
Daisy Grenade, and then it's like,
And then
okay, I'm ready for the headliner
yes,
kind
yeah,
of
exactly.
mood.
Yes.
Because I feel like that's most of the shows we've gone to, it's only been one opener. So
Yeah. Even two. I feel like two at the max is a good number.
yeah,
But anything more than that, like I can't.
it's a lot.
It is a
Unless
lot.
you're doing a festival of some sort
Yes.
or a big event, which
And I feel like though at festivals it kind of moves faster because like they're on different stages.
yeah.
So like you can just walk to the next stage and
Yeah.
like there's music going the whole
I
time.
really wish we had one of those around here.
We did. I don't know why they didn't bring it back.
Uh,
It was so fun too. The one at Lakeland.
yeah.
I had such a great time there. Anyway, would you see Knuckle Puck again?
I would see them again. I don't think I would go and see like if they were the headliner.
Yeah, so if they opened for someone we were going to see anyway.
Yeah, then I would see them. I
Same.
mean, their music's good. I just don't connect with it like I do.
I would
some
say
other artists.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, but not like purposefully. That sounds bad,
Yeah.
but like
Right.
I would see them if they were
Just to
opening
go
with
for them.
something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Danielle. How about state champs? I'm guessing it's a no, but
Yeah, it's a big fat fuck no.
no,
I never want to see them again.
absolutely not.
No, yes, I want to see them again. I'm very excited to see them again. I know
Yes.
they just came out with an album like 6 months ago, but I'm ready for new music.
like-
I'm just like,
Keep it going.
just, yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
I would see them again. They were a good show. I would like it, if I had a say in it, like one opener and then like if it's on a Sunday, be out by like 9.
It's a little early. It's a little early.
It's okay.
I mean, that would be awesome
It would be great.
to get out of.
They could start at like 5. Why don't they start concerts at like 4 or 5? Oh, I guess people are still at work. What if they start concerts at 6? I feel like you just, as you get older, depending on what you are, they just like start adjusting
No.
it.
During the week, it would be nice if they like doors opened at 6 and then they started at 7.
Yes. Yes. And in the summertime, I feel like it's different.
Yeah.
Like if it's like a Friday in the summertime, sure, start the show at 9 o'clock. I don't care.
Right.
But like when it's wintertime and it's like 20 degrees outside
Yeah.
and like the sun goes down at like 4 p.m. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. For me, I'm like, all right, I'm done.
It was definitely freezing for the show too.
Yes, it was cold.
Yeah. So then it's hard because, you're not going to wear a jacket in because then you got to hang on to it the entire time.
And that's a pain in the butt.
So then you're leaving and you're like freezing.
Yeah.
So,
for the entire show, what would you rate this from 1 to 5 microphones
I really struggled
with this one?
trying to rate this
Yeah?
this show. I'm going to go a 4.
Really?
Like
just because of the length and
a
stuff?
4 minus.
Oh.
Like I was like teetering back and forth
Yeah.
between a 3 and a 4. It was a very nice show.
Yeah.
It was very fun.
Yeah.
It was just the length of it
Yeah,
it was, and I hate to say that because you can never like
preference.
not
Yeah.
have enough music, but it was just
preference.
a preference thing. But everybody did really good. They all engaged really well. They put on a good show. There was like no issues whatsoever.
No.
And I love
I think
Saint Champs.
Yeah, and they had the mosh pit going, or like not the mosh pit. They had the crowd surfing going, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, solid
4 minus.
4 minus. Well, what's your rating?
I'm gonna give it a 3, only because of the length, and it was like a work night, and it just was late. But
Yeah.
besides that, I mean, I enjoyed all the music. It was cool hearing everyone. I don't think any of the bands were bad. Like, I think that they were all good, high quality bands, but like it just was late.
Yeah.
And it was long, and we're old, and we just need to.
And it was a Sunday.
It was a Sunday, yeah. So, I mean, that's it. It was a good show. I would recommend all of these bands to you if you asked, but like, just it was long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Too long.
You're valid.
Yeah.
You're valid in your rating.
Perfect. You too. You too. But yeah, so that's our show about state champs. We did go off a little bit on random topics.
A little bit?
Just a little bit.
I think half the show is...
You know what? You gotta just stay interesting. Because it'd be boring if we just didn't go off.
Yes. But we will include links to all their websites.
Yes. For sure. Links to their social media.
Yeah. So you can check out all their merch. They
Highly
all have
recommend.
merch.
Yep. Yep. Perfect. All right. Well, we will see you next week then. Talk to you next week.
Yeah. We'll see you
Sounds
next
good.
time.
All right. Bye, guys. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Come back for more awkward millennial concert adventures. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Post Concert High. Be on the lookout for future episodes on YouTube.